At WeRize, we are trying to build the largest financial services brand for the middle India, the middle class people living in tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities. These are the customers that are not really focused on by the private sector banks or fintechs. Everyone in India primarily focuses on what we call India One, which is your millennial Gen Z taxpayers, and that's where all your private sector banks and most of the fintechs also attack that market. That is the market of Amazon and Swiggy and all. So we want to go one level below. So our customers are middle class people living in the tier 2, tier 3 cities like Nagpur or Surat or Dharwad or Hubli, those kind of towns. Now, these customers are not focused on, as I said, by private sector banks and even most of the fintechs. These customers are primarily the customers of public sector banks, your Canara Bank or cooperative banks. This is the customer above the microfinance level, so between the sandwich between the millennial Gen Z and the microfinance below poverty line customers. So this is a segment that we really focus on, and what we do is PSU banks, while they provide bank accounts, they don't really provide much beyond that. They don't provide unsecured credit, they don't give credit cards, they don't give insurance to these customers, they don't give wealth management products. So our companies, one side of our companies building these unique products that are meant for these India 2 customers. And second, we have a unique distribution model. So our customer segment, while they do have smartphones, they're not as savvy as your India One guys, so you can't really serve these customers digitally. So we need a phygital model. So what we do is partner with the like freelancers who are financially literate freelancers like LIC agents or microloan agents. These are financial services influencer in India, all across India. That's how LIC gets sold. So primarily work with those kind of people. And we have freelancers all across India, 1,000+ cities. And one very unique way, we have taken this phygital model is to manage these freelancers. Companies like LIC or maybe Turtle Mint or Fino, they have their branches and field teams to manage these freelancers. We don't have anybody. We manage all of these freelancers in 1,000+ cities with completely our tech platform. So in nutshell, we do two things. We create unique financial products for this customer segment. We do our own lending. We have our own NBFC. And then we obviously have quite a lot of other products. This is the correction time, right? So I was lucky when I started with Amazon. I was lucky to be associated with the Indian ecosystem, startup ecosystem, before Flipkart got their first check. So I have seen all the cycles, thankfully, right? And whenever something goes up, like it goes down, right? So what we are going to see, like we see in every cycle, is that one is India's story is very, very strong. Obvious because of the demographics and all of that stuff. India growing fastest economy and all that is definitely going to go well from here. But what will happen is a lot of these companies, whether unicorn or not, are the ones where the one that will survive all these downturns, right? Like all these downturns and cycles that we see, and I have seen like 3 cycles in last 10 years. There are a lot of companies with a lot of hype, but the ones that really come out, they have one thing in common. They have very solid unit economics. That is typically the thread, right? Like you can burn money, like crazy, but till what time? The companies, you should burn money maybe in the beginning, right? To build the technology and, maybe win some market share. But eventually there has to be a part to unit economics, part to profitability. And the companies that come out of these down cycles are the ones who are able to figure that out. And I think our ecosystem has matured a lot. It's a great win for our ecosystem. When I came back to India 2010 to do my MBA and ISB, at that time there was like nothing. Like even Flipkart was not there. Like they had just started, right? And it all started around the 2010-11. So India has come a long way. But I think one thing all the entrepreneurs need to understand is finally they have to make money. And when we started the company, we were very clear that we have to have solid unit economics. And the way we designed our company, it was unit economics positive from day one. And in third year, which is our current year right now, we have just completed 3 years. We are like near about EBITDA positive. And we will be, reaching PAT positive in like a couple of months. So this financial year, we are going to be profitable. And there are a lot of these 100+ unicorns that will figure that out. A lot of them are like really, obviously I have so many friends and all. A lot of them are going to, make sure that they, keep their costs, rationalized and build more tech, less operations, give less discounts, etc. what I feel is this is a great time for the best of the companies. And obviously, like Darwin always says, only the fittest survives. So some of the companies that we think are super successful right now may not really come out of this downturn cycle that we have. The biggest challenge I think is the macro right now. Like there was this time when there was too much money in the ecosystem, like we saw last 2 years, and one of the biggest challenge would be the companies that raise money at like super high valuations. Now they will have to live up to those valuations because nobody is going to get those valuations. So that's where the companies that are smart, that are well run, are the ones that will be able to come out of this. Yeah, this is a serious challenge, not just India, globally, right? But that's the point. Like the companies that are the superstars right now are the ones that have survived 4 to 5 of these cycles and come out stronger. The companies that will use this opportunity to fix their issues, build better tech, build better data systems, build better processes, and not just rely on burning money by giving discounts, those are the ones that eventually 2 years from now will come out even stronger, and their competition, which is obviously not that strong, and maybe many of them might got funded in the hype, they will obviously not be there anymore. So I think in a country like India where manpower is cheap, the natural instinct is to just hire a lot of people. That's always there, right? So that is something I think is going to be a big differentiator in this downturn. Like the companies that were maybe just burning money, right, are the ones who will have to, maybe by hiring too many people or just using discounts to attract customers, now will have to build their technology and data systems, etc., to have better experience for the customers so that they actually come to them for real, not because you are giving something worth 100 for 80 bucks. That anybody can do that. But the point is like something worth 100, people pay 100 for that. For that you need to build the experience. For that you need to build the data science, insights, everything, right? So the strongest of the companies are going to do that. That is for sure.